it was almost like, in some ways, I liked that being smaller. In some instances, I liked being more inconspicuous because I wanted to opt out. I wanted to fade into the background.
Because if you're tall, then people might pick on you or something?
I guess so. I don't know whether, even for tall people, in some ways, forgive the pun, you've got to live up to something. Like, at least I didn't have to live up to that.
Yeah.
But the same when you feel you're smaller. You go into clubs and you get some tall bloke rub you on the head and, hello, mate. I've even had that from a woman in a restaurant that was serving me. So the story is, I wanted apple pie and custard, right? I mean, it's normal.
Pie, not crumble.
No, this is apple pie. And
well, then you deserve the abuse.
Oh, God, come on. Bit easier than that. I know apple pie and custard, but
Right.
she didn't do it with apple pie and custard. She did it apple pie and ice cream. And I was like, what? And then, in a really sarcastic manner, she rubbed my head and said, oh, don't worry, I'll get you some custard.
And she got away with that?
Yeah, because I didn't say anything at the time. I was so fuming,
Wow.
I wanted to chuck a table out the window.
So where in all these years did this rage go?
It went into my training. It just
So
went.
it fueled your training?
Yeah.
Hence the larger-than-life
and
muscles.
I took all of that, and I remember actually saying, I know what I'm going to do with this.
Wow. Do you know, I can relate to that because I remember 15 years ago, I was enraged by someone and it was eating me away and I didn't know what to do. And I actually joined the council gym. There's an old gym that apparently was started to get people off the streets after the war to put their energy into something. And we got EU funding and it was full of local East End people, loads of cab drivers, some really muscly women, and I was used to muscly women because I used to be marketing manager of Maxi Muscle, so I got to meet a lot of like muscle people. It was just really weird. And that's what I did with it. With my rage, I trained and I didn't feel any effort and it didn't hurt and there was nothing and the muscles were like a byproduct.
Yeah.
But it just got the rage out.
Yeah.
So when you were training, firstly, it sounds like you had a really good role model. Secondly, it sounds like a place where you exorcised negative emotions out of you. Mm-hmm. And thirdly, it was your bubble away from the big bad world. What else did it give you?
When you're lifting things, when you're pushing yourself to those sort of limits, you come out the gym. And I remember looking at like average people down the street and just thinking, like, look at you lot, you're tired just going and getting your shopping. Look, I remember looking at people's bodies and going, God, your body's just not even functional. I mean, I see my dad struggling around with his hips and I just think, what a waste of physical potential. What a waste of that energy. Like, who doesn't want to be functional enough to build their own house? Or, to build things with your hands.
Yeah.
And who doesn't want that ability to be able to just spring into action?
Wow. So all of this negativity in your life enabled you to be a powerful, able man.
Yeah.
And
right, yeah.
It was exactly what was written on the wall as well. Like, what was it that was written on the wall in the...
Here we build men.